Matthew 9:25. Hote de exeblethe ha oklos eselthon ekratesen tes cheras autes kai egerthe ta korasian. Remember that Jesus is at the home of the Jewish official, and the crowd has laughed at him because he said the little girl, the official's daughter, is not dead but is asleep. Now, when the crowd was cast out, the crowd was put out, and then this is our indicative verb, and we're going to translate this participle like a participle of attendant circumstance. So we'll add in the word and render it like an indicative verb. So we'll say, now when the crowd was put out, and it's referring to Jesus here, third person singular, he entered in and took her hand. He held her hand, or took her by the hand, right? There's your direct object of the verb krateo. The verb krateo can take a genitive object. That's why hand is in the genitive. It's the genitive object or genitive complement of the verb krateo. Notice with the verb krateo, you have an augment, you have a sigma, bam! That's going to be an aorist active indicative, and that's a third person singular ending because Jesus is the subject here. The participle is nominative masculine singular. It's a second aorist active participle from eis erkomai. So now when the crowd was put out, he entered and seized her hand, took her by the hand, and the little girl got up. Now, some translations, or some commentators, suggest that this aorist passive form should be rendered as a true passive, and the little girl was raised up, and implied by Jesus, raised up by Jesus. That's definitely a possibility. But we do frequently see the verb egero in the passive form with a middle sense. So that's why most English translations will render this as a middle, just saying the little girl got up. Notice that diminutive ending, that it-on ending is a diminutive ending, the little girl. And so for egerthe, if we look at that, you see the theta there. You know that's going to be passive, right? There's your easy chair. You see the augment there. Bam! Augment theta. That's an aorist passive indicative. It's a third person singular form because the subject is the little girl, third singular. This is from the verb egero, to raise up. But I do think based on broader usage, the original reader, listener probably would have understood this as a middle. The little girl got up. So we'll parse it as an aorist medial passive indicative, third singular.